Alright, the last time we finished Mizuki's route, and yeah, that was another really good route, of course. As always, this game is really immersive and extremely heavy, but really well executed, and ooh, I always feel it. But yeah, so at the end of that route, we got the bombshell dropped on us that apparently Yuuko is in fact dead. And now, with everything we've learned throughout this story, it seems like what probably happened was that she died in the Great Disaster, and I really don't want to watch Yuko die in the disaster. Oh, jeez, it's gonna be so tragic. Oh, I haven't ever been ready for any of these chapters, but I'm really not ready for this one. Oh, jeez, I like Yuko too. She's one of my tops. But yeah. All right, well, let's see the Yuko story now. Still not ready. I left the library after finishing my work. Silence filled the hallway. Not a person could be seen. There was supposed to be students doing club activities. Out of all days, why was today the quiet one? My own footsteps were fiercely audible. Sunlight flooded the hallway. Though it was evening, the hot rays wouldn't let up. I'd only walked a bit, but my body was already sweating. I changed into my outdoor shoes and went outside. Without even the slightest hint of a breeze, the air around me felt hot, humid, and nauseating. It was unquestionably summer, alright. I couldn't say that I hated summer. Speak for yourself. Compared to the melancholy of winter, I had little reason to complain about this vibrant season. But the heat, and the sweat, it wasn't something to hate. I disagree with you immensely. Come to think of it, that was how I sorted everything in life. Things I hate and things I don't hate. Dang. That's, a really cynical and depressing mindset. What a healthy way of seeing the world. Or was it? I lifted my eyes to the smoldering sky. The way I wanted to live was... What the... A simple white object twirled and floated in the air. Is that a paper airplane? Yep. It was a paper airplane. On, at a place near the sky. Where'd this stupid thing come from? Where'd this stupid thing come from? The plane landed neatly at my feet. I noted and inspected the handmade aircraft. Even at our age, there were students foolish enough to make something so pointless. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a paper airplane. It's all good. As I reflected upon the grounded annoyance, my eyes flitted from one window to the next. Hey, we're seeing young Yu, which I think we also saw him like at the very start of the first tale, like when he was in high school. But it's been such a long time since then, so. But still, it's cool to see you. It's cool to see good old young Yu. The culprit may have already fled the scene. Kind of has a hero vibe to him. My eyes were suddenly fixated on a solitary girl. She was swinging her legs over the edge of the roof as if she had not a care in the world. What was she doing up there? More importantly, just then, a flood of questions threatened to overtake my brain. Acknowledging my presence, the girl gazed at me from her lofty perch. She looked down, stopped all movement, and smiled at me. Wait, so he didn't always wear glasses? The breathtaking paranormal revealed itself as I opened the door. From this vantage point, it seemed as though the golden sun was preparing to incinerate the earth. Amid the searing red light, was a lone girl in a serene posture. Why are you wearing a winter uniform? I asked her a question, but it wasn't my intention to scold her. What I had originally planned to say somehow left me. The scene before my eyes took my breath away. This was my first time setting foot on the rooftop, so I was surprised that there was no fence or railing to be found.
冬服?
The girl raised an eyebrow. Isn't that a winter uniform? Or maybe you didn't know about the uniform change?
この服のことですか。これは夏服ですよ。
Oh, okay, Yuuko. What? He was clearly wearing Ottawa College's designated winter uniform. The fact that she had apparently made a point of donning gloves made what she said even more bizarre.
冬に着る服を冬服って言うんですよ。これは夏に着てるから夏服なんです。違いますか？
You know what? You're not wrong, but still. That's not quite... She made no logical sense.
気にしないでくださいよ。たまに見てるだけで暑苦しいって言われますけど。
I see. Naturally, who wouldn't after seeing that? Wearing such warm clothes in the middle of summer could only be considered a form of masochism.
あまり半袖って着たくないんですよ。
Alright, well, you do you.
昔、ちょっとね。
As she spoke, her hand caressed her sleeve.
当時はあまり気にならなかったんですけど、なんせ今は微妙なお年頃で。
This isn't an interrogation. Her voice was trailing off, so I decided to cut the conversation short. Perhaps she had scars from a childhood injury. Girls her age wouldn't like to show the scars to anyone. I understood that much. Besides, her winter clothes suited her to a curious degree. Of course, that thought would have to be kept to myself.
ところで、わざわざ長袖は暑苦しいって言いにいらしたんですか？
Actually, I came up here because of the paper airplane, but you know. As if! I shook my head as I recalled my original intent. You know, you're not supposed to be up here. The door was usually locked, so I had no idea how she managed to get a hold of the key.
あなたも立ち入ってるじゃないですか。
Listen, that's neither here nor there, alright? Great, she was pouting at me. I came to warn you, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't change the subject like that.
人に見つかったの初めてですよ。残念、残念。
Yuuko! Flippin' at it. She didn't seem interested in explaining how it was shameful. Just be glad I'm not a teacher. How did you get up here anyway? Accessing the rooftop of Ottawa Collegate was forbidden. It was natural for most students to forget that there was even a way. As a result, the area was virtually untouched.
そのことですか。
Yeah, that's gonna change in a few more years.
私、天文部なんですよ。特別に屋上への立ち入りが許されてるんです。
Oh, nice. I love astronomy. If you're going to lie, at least come up with a more believable story. You can't see anything at this time of day. Besides, do you even have an astronomy club? I didn't see a telescope or anything of the sort.
ありますよ。ただし、昨日で廃部になりましたけどね。
Oh, that sucks. Dissolved?
ええ、3年の先輩方が一足早く引退してしまったんですよ。2年生はいないので、残されたのは1年生の私だけ。
Just the first year, huh? I had the impression that this girl was much younger than me. 3 or 4 years younger, in fact. She skipped grades? Because otherwise that'd be impossible.
ギリギリまで誰か入部してくれないかなーって期待してたんですけどね。世の中は甘くないですね。
Not much you can do if nobody cares. That's life. That's life for you. I uttered those words of total indifference. All this small talk had become so common in my life that I mostly acknowledged things like a drone. Doing so had its pros and cons.
そうなんですよ。どうにもならないんです。でも、
Yes, Yuuko? Hmm?
どうも私が関わったところは大抵ろくでもない末路を迎えるんですよね。
Oof, why you say that? What do you mean?
不運を呼び込むたちらしいんですよ。しかも周りを巻き込んで。
I mean, in the future you helped a lot of people, so... You know.
自覚はあまりないんですけど。
He spoke that unsettling declaration without the slightest hesitation. Come to think of it, this wasn't something to admit to a random passerby. Whatever. I just came to warn you. Don't sit in such a dangerous place. Oh.
あら、お優しいんですね。
You're welcome. The girl chuckled. Something about the way she did it grated my nerves. I don't really care about what you're doing or how you even got up here. Still, I'd feel guilty if you were to suddenly slip off and kill yourself. Oof, okay, let's not jinx that, okay? Is that how she died? Oh jeez. I'm gonna be thinking
な
about
ぜあなたが困るんです？
I'm just gonna keep thinking about this the whole time, because we know, like, she died somehow, and there could be so many different things, so jeez. Did she actually not understand? I don't want to see anyone die. Isn't that obvious?
それはあなたの個人的な価値観ですね。
I feel like that's most people. She sounded a bit aggravated. Maybe she realized that. Maybe she felt that I thought of her as reckless. My intuition is most likely correct in this case.
ですけど、もちろんあなたの価値観にケチをつけるつもりなんてありませんよ。日村優先輩。
That's my name. You usually called out my name. Exactly who are you? There's a who are you again. I'm curious why that's like the who are you thing. That seems like such an important line. I can't tell why it seems so important yet. But like Yuuko said that to Mizuki. And then you said that to Mizuki too, and now Yuuko is saying it to you. She was a fellow student, so it wasn't strange that she knew my name. However, I recognized her voice. His eccentric manner of speaking, along with a warm smile, was somehow familiar, but I couldn't fathom how I knew.
やっぱり忘れてるんですね。ちょっぴりショックだな。
What you mean? Answer the question.
そんな怖い顔しちゃダメですよ。特に女の子の前ではね。
Sorry, I was born this way. She lightly scolded me and shook her head. Why was I so irritated? Some part of me was being drawn to her, yet I felt like I was suffocating. The girl smiled once more.
優子ですよ。
Oh, good old Yuuko. Yuuko?
ええ、お願いですから。忘れたなんて言わないでくださいね。
We like childhood friends or something? Yuuko?
私は一目で分かったのに、あなたはすっかり忘れてたら、
Oh,
もう悲しくて立ち直れないですよ。
I'm sorry, Yuuko. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Oh,
もしも
why is it fading away? You're gonna say? Oh. If you truly have forgotten, speak no more until you have remembered. Dang. Yuuko?
何もなかったことにして、このままお別れしますから。
Are you okay? Oh. Oh. All of a sudden, a sound reverberated inside my head. You're... There was a chime loud enough to hurt my ears. Children were shouting, looking for the precious ones. A church. I was holding back my tears and running towards somewhere. The place where I lost everything. A neighborhood in ruins. Oh no. I was shifting away rubble, going through the collapsed buildings, calling out someone's name. Then I let out a vicious scream that took everything out of me. Clinging to non-existent hope was what anyone would do when beaten down by despair. Emotions were running wild because the world had changed in an instant. Life was destroyed for everyone around me. I stopped running for a moment, and then I felt something warm touch my hand. My head turned to the side. The images of the past faded, and I focused on the girl in front of me. Traces of that time were still there. Hello? I remember now, Yuuko.
ありがとうございます。
Oh. I didn't want to be thanked. I wanted to forget the past, but for some reason, I preserved my memories of her. Yuuko.
はい。
It's nothing. I shook my head. Then I stepped towards her. Don't make these. They just end up being garbage. I held out the paper airplane and said that to her in the most chiding tone I could manage.
せっかく上手に折れたのに、ゴミはひどいですね。
It always seems like she's like flickering and fading away. Like every time it cuts back to you and then back to her, it seems like she's like fading in and out. And it worries me greatly. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it garbage. If you took that much care, then hold on to it.
そうですよね。大事にするべきですよね。
I feel like you should worry more about yourself, but you know. She nodded in affirmation.
大事にしてくださいね。羽を折りたたむくらいは構いませんけど、捨てたりしちゃいけませんよ。
Wait, what are you talking about?
その飛行機、日村先輩に差し上げますよ。
Oh, thank you. What? Yuuko looked at me cheerfully.
残念と思ったんですよ。
Why?
ここは私が一人になれる場所だったのに、他人が踏み込んできたから。
Oh, I'm sorry for tainting your special place, Yuuko.
でも、あなたなら許します。
Nice, I'm an exception. Sweet.
ずっともう一度会いたいと思ってましたから。
Yuuko connected her sentences, hoping for a response from me.
再会の記念ですよ。受け取ってください。
But also, just so you know, in the future, your place really gets desecrated by outsiders. Quite a bit, just saying. Wait, what are you saying? I don't need it. A paper airplane could hardly be called a keepsake. Supposed to be a joke? See, it's doing it again.
私、
The hand in which I held the paper airplane trembled a little.
今でもあなたのこと、憎んでいます。
Oh, okay, I see. I'm sorry, my bad. What the fuck did I do? That definitely didn't sound scornful. She was almost smiling. Why did you say that? I don't know, but that took me by surprise, honestly. Goodness gracious.
ええ、
Uh,
ずっとです。
sorry, Yuuko.
また会えて本当によかった。やっと確認できますね。
Confirmed? What do you mean?
ええ、あなたは今でも
Yes?
差し出した手を振り払われた人間の痛みを、あなたは今でも知らないままですか？
I wondered if she was actually angry. Meanwhile, the world around us felt like it was frozen in time. I couldn't react or move a muscle.
なんて冗談ですよ。
You did not sound like you were joking at all. The sudden voice broke my trance. The stiff barrier between us suddenly disappeared. Oh,
そんな不安そうな顔しないでくださいよ。日村先輩は真面目なんですね。あ、その紙飛行機を大事にっていうのは本気ですからね。時々抜き打ちで捨ててないか確認しますから。
oh, you're gonna check for that? Okay, I see. I'll put it on my nightstand then. Her voice was cheerful, even though it was a warning. I felt a sudden urge to crush the paper airplane, but I repressed that thought. Yeah, let's not fail the test right away, okay? What a terrible memento.
あなたは変わりませんね。相変わらず意地悪ばかり。
Oh, bye, Yuuko. A small sigh escaped her lips.
それではごきげんよう。
What?
お兄ちゃん。
What? Oni-chan? Hello? Is a sister? Culture hype? Bye, Yuuko. I didn't reply to her. Oni-chan. How many years had it been since I was last called that? I never thought it would happen again. The last time I heard it, it stirred something in my heart.
お兄ちゃん。
Hello? My head was suddenly burning. Oh, jeez. I tried to slow down my breathing and forget about that memory. Anything but that. I didn't want to remember it. Oh, jeez, the PTSD. The paper airplane was still in my hand. It was a reminder of reality. A horrific past couldn't be allowed to influence the present. I took a small breath. Everything was okay, I thought to myself. I couldn't break down now. It wouldn't be right. Why not? We're alone, no one's here. Sometimes you gotta let out your emotions, you. Oh, I have work. The sun had almost finished setting. There was no time to be wallowing in self-pity. I don't know if I'd really call that self-pity, honestly. Like, breaking down would be a very valid reaction. All that. Especially if our sister, like, if we had, a little sister that died in that fire. And that's why Yuuko, was calling us Oni-chan, because she knows about that. And, that's what that was, because then you have every right to break down, whether people are in front of you or not, honestly. Definitely not self-pity, though. Guess I'll leave now. I whispered that and didn't look back. The walk was what I needed. Taking some time to reminisce about the past was something that everyone did. The familiar sound of the cicadas filled the air as I approached the exit. Summer. I didn't say I hated it. Oof. Already in the trenches of the fields, I see. Oh, too, what is seen in darkness. I don't want to be in the darkness game. Hey, there's the school. As I entered the classroom. As I entered the classroom, I noticed a small crowd at the back. Is that Shuichi? A mountain of clothes and other trinkets was littered over 2 desks.
今の季節じゃピンとこないかもしれないがこのセーターそんじょそこらの安物とはわけが違う
What makes that one so special?
おや日村じゃないかおはよう相変わらずの仏頂面だな
Dang that word. I see you're imitating the peanut gallery, Kuze. It is. Oh my gosh, bro. The man in front of me, Shuichi Kuze, waved away the other students and sat down. Due to some sort of twisted fate, I was currently stuck with this idiot. This idiot. Definitely a lot of Hiro and Kyosuke vibes, which is funny. At least I would only have to put up with him for less than 2 months.
時に日村よ
Yes, Shuichi? What is it?
このセーター買ってみないか
No, thank you. I feel like you're gonna rip me off. Looks nice though. First off, may I ask why you're running a pawn shop here? Gucci Lily tapped his desk.
いやー立つ鳥後を濁さずって言うから部屋のものを捨てまくってたんだけどさ意外といいものがどんどん出てくるんで捨てるのは惜しいと思って
I don't know whether to be amazed at you or not. What a shrewd person. He's making a quick buck off of his trash.
そんなに褒めなくてもセーターの1枚くらいはタダでやるって俺とお前の仲だしな
Is it free? That's the kind of stuff you'd only give to your grandmother or someone you hate.
親友だったのにいつの間に敵同士に
Boy! Shuichi Kuze. We met during opening ceremonies when we first entered Odorokali Gate. I don't remember where it started at all, but he was definitely the one who called out to me first. He was the person who always fooled around, socializing with others at every opportunity. Why I kept bothering to talk to me of all people remained a mystery.
で何が欲しい好きなものを持って行っていいよ
I'm about to be finally rid of you, so I don't want some cheesy hand-me-down of yours. Dang.
とことん冷たいねお前さんは
Nothing phased Shuichi at all. Not insults, not jabs. Whether he was thick-headed or a tough guy, I didn't know. Why are you still here, anyway?
なんでってあ前だり
Shuichi completed the sale of a suspicious music box as we were talking. You're all set even if you drop out of here.
まあそうなんだけどさなんせいつ戻ってこられるかわからないからな学校でいろいろと片付けておかなくちゃならないこともあるんだよ
Oh, I see. You mean girl stuff?
それは最優先で処理した
You didn't. We're not already past the point where you did the sing to the other girl, are we? Ryuichi quickly brushed aside my snide comment. He was in the double digits when it came to girlfriends, and that only included the ones I knew. I wondered how many girls he went out with during a short stint at Otoakali Gate. It'd be scary if one of them chases you halfway around the planet.
さすが日村、察しがいいね。前々から思ってたけど、やっぱり日村は得難い相方だな。
Apparently repels far into the future too, so.
どうだい？俺と手に手を取って留学しないかい？
Just cover up your tracks and leave. While you're at it, get yourself killed over there. Dang you! Ryuichi was leaving Otoakali Gate after only 1 year to study abroad in a German music school. He didn't look like a virtuoso, but he was indeed an expert violinist. A few weeks after he enrolled, he took his first competition as if it were child's play. The champion even admitted it himself.
軽かった。女の子口説く方が難しい。
Alrighty then. Apparently. Well, he kept calling me his pal all the time. He didn't invite me to the competition, nor did he ever ask me to watch him play the violin. For what it was worth, I never heard a single musical note out of him. Well, he could definitely play, we know that for sure. What are you so worried about?
骨をうずめるのはいいけど、遺骨収集団は来てくれるのかな？
Where exactly are you going? He had to tell me. Being shy was not his nature. There's probably some city I wouldn't recognize anyway. Even if I did, I wouldn't follow him. Besides, I hardly had the social upbringing to appreciate fine music in the first place. Whatever, forget it. Head out that junk before the teacher sees it.
はいはい。日村は変なところで真面目なのがいけない。
You should try it for a change. Seriously, I couldn't handle this guy. However, I'd only have to deal with him for a little longer. Ah, good old irony. Only a little longer. Just a little longer. That's funny. It was lunchtime, so I left the classroom. Ryuichi stayed behind to wheel and deal once more. He was excited at the prospect of earning enough money to cover his flight to Germany. I knew that it was impossible. Upon further inspection, he did have quality goods, but his prices were quite ordinary. At best, he would rake in enough to pay for a cab ride to the airport. Oof. Dang, well, I mean, hey, you know, gotta get whatever you can. That was his real goal, more power to him. Well, he could do whatever he wanted as long as it didn't involve me. For now, I had to decide how to kill some time. Oh. Hello, Yuuko. I still have the paper airplane, I promise. It was too humid to be loitering outside, and I immediately dismissed the idea of staying in the classroom with Shuichi. The library it was then. I reluctantly stopped moving. No, it was an accidental clicking of the tongue. How you doing? I do that sometimes. My fault. I did see her in front of me, but I intended to pass by without talking to her. No, I just didn't see you there. Also a habit. No, it was an accident, I promise. But what if it was? Yuuko changed her tone and smiled. Perfect. Wait, what are you doing here in the first place? This fool only had second-year classrooms. A flea market. Don't go there, okay? You'll just get ripped off. D. No, you don't need to see it, it's okay. I wouldn't bother. The seller has an awful personality. Wow, dang! Ow!
もしかして人類として規格外かも。
Goodness gracious, Yuuko, stop. He's already dead. Goodbye.
お待ちになって。
He was about to leave. Yuuko suddenly held me back. It smelled a sweet scent as our bodies converged. Let go. I'm sweating.
重ね重ねひどいですね。
Okay. Well, first of all, who was the one who said I just had a terrible personality? What are you talking about? Alright, I'm just saying. But I'm sorry. She muttered in dissatisfaction. Stay away from me if you don't want cruelty.
それは私のセリフでもありますけどね。
Has, Hiro ever met you? Because I'm starting to find it really funny because he, like, really gives me a lot of Hiro vibes. Because of course, Hiro talked to Yuuko. I'm trying to think if he's ever met you. I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think he has. It was surprising how she could say that in such a detached manner. Then again, she did mention earlier that bad things happen to people around her. That's different.
Huh?
You and I are different.
どう違うんです？
I'm cruel on purpose. There's a huge difference.
先輩、お昼は済ませましたか？
Don't just ignore me? I came out of nowhere. Having subject change all of a sudden wasn't good.
どうなんです？
I don't eat lunch. Bruh.
了解。じゃあ、ちょっと付き合っていただけますか？
Could you just go shopping by yourself? I'm not returning to class.
そうじゃないですよ。もうフリマなんてどうでもいいです。
Now she wants to eat lunch. Yuuko tugged my arm. I should have shaken her off. For some reason, I couldn't defy her. That's because she's freaking cute and fun. Don't think I'm still not concerned, by the way, because I still am. I'm still thinking about it, but Yuuko, like, she is super fun, so it helps, but it only helps so much. The place she had taken me was exactly as I had feared. No shade of wind to provide relief. The rooftop had transformed into an incandescent hell. Dang. Too hot up here.
夏ですからね。この時期に寒かったら世界が滅びそうで怖いです。
Yuuko calmly said that in a winter uniform without an ounce of discomfort. I know, right? If I had to choose, I would take the abnormal Rather over this girl. I would take this girl. Thank you very much. I would take the abnormal girl over the abnormal Rather. She had to still be human after all. She had to still be human after all these years, right?
とりあえず座りませんか？
And do what? Lap pillow, please?
お話しするんですよ。
Alright, that works too. And why would I do that?
私と日村先輩がお話しするのに理由が必要なんですか？
I thought we did. You could need someone around to correct her presumptions. You're going back when the bell rings, no ifs or buts. I scouted her and lowered my body.
もちろんです。
Aw. Yuuko moved up. Hey!
はい。
Yes, what's wrong? You're too close. Back off, okay? What was she thinking, sitting close enough for our arms to be pressed against each other?
あらら、照れてるんですか？
No.
そういえば、先輩は昔から女の子が苦手でしたよね。
What you mean? That's not what I was thinking. I thought that I was bad around them.
嘘ばっかり。
Don't you laugh at me? She giggled to herself. I wasn't bad around girls as a whole. Just her. It's just her. Yuuko, you said you were in the astronomy club. I shifted my sitting position a bit.
ええ、このほど正式に廃部になっちゃいました。切ないですね、人生は。
That face. Why do you still have the roof key? Didn't they take it back?
天文部は地味ですけど、少々歴史はあるんですよ。昔、悪い先輩がいたんでしょう。
Yes, Yuuko. Yuuko smiled and took out the key. You made a duplicate, huh?
それが部内で代々受け継がれてきてですね。 廃部を機に最後の部員である私が頂戴したというわけです。じゃんじゃん。
I see. This wasn't amusing. Speak for yourself. I find it incredibly amusing.
伝統が終わっちゃうのは残念ですけどね。部活に誰かに渡すわけにもいきませんし。
I suppose. You wouldn't be expelled if anyone found out. I thought they let you off scot-free.
学園生活にはトラブルがあった方が楽しいですよ。そう思いません？
I don't know about that. Not really. I plan to ride the system.
あら、大人ですね。
That's right. I asserted myself. Getting caught up in trouble was not only a waste of time, it was idiotic.
私からも質問していいですか？
No. No, Potato. She makes really good faces too.
私はちゃんと聞かれたことに答えたのに。なぜそんなむごい仕打ちを。
Oh, I'm sorry, Yuuko. Yuuko brought her hand up to her eye and feigned wiping a tear. It was just like Shuichi. Impossible to actually make upset. Not about him.
鬼、白馬、日村。
Woman, please! I don't know about impossible, though. I mean, we know for a fact it's not impossible to make Shuichi upset, but, yeah. And you could too, I'm sure, but right now, flippin' A, darn it. Okay. Enough of the hyperbole.
じゃあ、真面目に。
Lies! Her tone changed.
私が施設を出た後のことを聞かせてほしいんです。
Oh. We like grow up in an orphanage together? That's why she asked if we remembered her?
日村先輩が今日までどうしてたのか気になるんですよね。
What a typical question. After all these years, of course that would be the first thing to ask. Not much, really. I stayed there until about a year ago. Then there was an opening at Otowa Gate, so I took the opportunity. That's it.
ずっとですか？
There weren't any crazy old men who wanted to adopt me. I didn't think anything of it. The country was developed, but people only cared about using their wealth to support themselves and their families. Oh, dude, I'm slow. I'm so freaking slow. The church. That's why the church is so important for them. Yeah. I am slow. Duh. Okay, well, yeah, and that's where, Yuuko met Mizuki too, right? Because she was also, an orphan too. That all makes sense. Connects really well,
で
actually.
も確か音羽って。
The tuition? I quickly predicted her question. Being a private establishment, Otowa Collegiate had to borrow for extravagant tuition fees. A youth from nowhere would have little chance of ever paying it off. I got a scholarship.
特待生。
People with the highest grades get it. No idea about the rest. To qualify for the scholarship in the first place, I had to nearly ace every category in the entrance exam. At least that's what I assumed. I had to maintain my status as one of the top students in the school. The scholarship would not renew if my average didn't meet a certain threshold. That's why I couldn't afford to waste time and engage in frivolous activities. Well, at least I'm doing my part in contributing to society. I stood up. The townscape spread out beyond the rooftop. It was dazzling. Every bit of Otowa was touched by this exotic spectacle. But I knew what this beauty was masking underneath. Oof. Goodness gracious. Yuuko?
はい。
Things are different from before. She stood up and came to my side. Life, everything, it has all changed.
何が言いたいんです？
Let me make this clear. I cleared my throat. Stay away from me. Oh, oof, dang. Why we gotta say that? Oh. Yuuko and I were together for less than half a year back when we were children. We lived in an orphanage set up by the church. Many people lost their parents in the Great Disaster. Yuuko and I were among them. One day, someone adopted Yuuko while I remained behind. We didn't know each other beyond that insignificant time. That was all it was. Harsh, but get over it. Oh.
先輩、
Bye. Oh, okay, well. I turned my back to her. This was how it should be. Dealing with the past wasn't amusing to me at all. If she were around, the past would haunt me even if I tried to block it out. I had to let it all go. Feels bad, man. Oh, jeez. Well, now then, that woman house is probably still doing business in the classroom. I looked down at my watch. Classes were about to resume, so it would be best to head back.
あれ変なところから現れるな。
I must go down the stairs. That voice is so sudden. He had my impatience and glared at the source of the voice. Oh.
この上は屋上しかないけど、何してるの？
Hello, who are you? You got a spray. Hello. I was cleaning the roof. There's Chihiro Amamiya, the fine arts teacher. Amamiya, oh, so you're part of, Yuko's family. You're a teacher? Of all people, it just had to be him. If you were to find out, I would be in serious trouble. I tried to talk my way out of it. I tried to go up there, but it was locked. No entry, huh?
へえ、屋上って立ち入り禁止なんだ。それは知らなかったな。
Oh, okay, you didn't know? Okay, well, at least you didn't know. What? That's it? He wasn't gonna reprimand me?
いや、日村君は屋上で物思いにふけるようなタイプじゃないと思ってたんでね。それが意外だっただけだよ。
It seems that Miss Amamiya didn't care too much about reinforcing school regulations. So much for worrying. I'm not the kind of person you think I am.
もちろんそうだろう。当たり前のことだけど、わからないからこそ人間は面白いんだけどね。特に君はね。
I see. So are you like her dad or something else? I see. I shrug.
ところで、ここで会ったのも何かの縁。
And by dad, of course, I mean the person that adopted her.
久しぶりに聞きたいんだけど、やっぱり美術部に入る気はないかな。
Yes, yes. I replied immediately. I was weary of repeating this dialogue so many times. It all started 1 year ago. Miss Amamiya was unusually interested in the landscape painting I did in class. He went ahead and entered it in the contest for me, which I surprisingly won. Oh dang, you won a contest, nice. It wasn't a prize of any sort, so I didn't care at all. Dang.
本当に惜しいな。磨けば光る才能がこんなに近くにあるのに手出しできないっていうのは拷問に近いよ。
Miss Amamiya was also the advisor of the art club. He was so persistent in getting me to join that the painting seemed like a curse. I told you already, I have no interest in art. Oh.
兄さん。
Oh. So he's your brother. Yuuko was quietly coming down the stairs. Or he's a cousin that you call that, but I'm gonna guess brother. She had a surprised look on her face. Nissan? Not Oni-chan, but Nissan?
今度は優子か。
Huh? Miss Amamiya just called her Yuuko without any honorifics. That was different from how he addressed everyone else. Could it be? Yuuko, what was your last name again?
ああ、まだ言ってませんでしたっけ？
Oh, dang, really? She never told us her last name?
雨宮です。雨宮優子。
Wow, I thought you already knew that before. What?
あ、昔の名字とは違いますよ。私を引き取ってくれた親戚の名前が雨宮なんです。
Oh, yeah, actually, that would make sense. Yeah, her last name would have changed.
なんだか状況がつかめないね。なんで優子が日村君にそんなことを説明してるの？
Now I understood. Yuuko was taken in by a couple whom were distant relatives. The couple's own child had to be this teacher, Chihiro Amamiya. In other words, Yuuko was Miss Amamiya's legal sister. Wow. The world couldn't have a worse combination of siblings. Dang.
日村くんが絶望的な顔つきで何か失礼なことをつぶやいているんだが、
Oh, my mind is blank.
優子、どういうことだと思う？
My mind is blank and filtered.
その人、昔から少し大げさなところがあるんですよ。
She was the worst. Ding dong.
おっといけない。優子と日村くんのただならない関係は興味あるが、次の機会に回すか。
What do you mean unusual? There won't be a next time. I couldn't stand either of them. Dang.
私も教室に戻らないと。
じゃ、学生諸君、きっちり勉学に励むようにね。
We'll see. At least I was able to escape the grip of both Amamiyas. Maybe I should have stayed with Shuichi after all. Bruh. Oh, the restaurant. Hello. I greeted the customer who just walked in. Oh, do we work here? Multiple orders were precariously placed on my hands. The place was packed and it wasn't even the dinner rush yet. This has been my part-time job for just over a year. I started right after I entered Otomakali Gate. I returned to the counter after dealing with the current task. Are you ready to order? Can't believe you used to be a waiter at this restaurant. I like how everything's is connecting. Cool, really cool actually. The amount of customers didn't affect my hourly pay, so I preferred only enough to keep the place running. But reality was different. Nevertheless, this was a terrible day. Spaghetti and iced tea. Is that everything? Sounds really good. But all of Shuichi's antics, I had led a relatively uneventful school life. Now there was this business with Yuuko and her brother. A sinking feeling filled me inside. Dark clouds seemed to be looming in my future. Yeah, speaking of the future, now I'm even more worried because apparently the disaster happened already before this time. So now I am thinking again about how Yuuko ended up dying, and I'm very scared because I don't know. I thought the disaster was gonna happen during this time frame, but it already happened. Now I don't know what happens to Yuuko for her to die, and I still don't want to see it. But oh jeez. Whew. I sighed as work came to a close. It was a hectic schedule. The job took place right after school. Then I had to return home, have a late dinner, and study for the rest of the night. Each day was like this. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of stress, honestly. Day after day of no substitutions. It was my only hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Everything else had to be blocked out. Nothing could faze me, not even the past. I stopped walking and looked up at the sky. Imagine the astronomy club. Did you have any interest in the stars when we were at the orphanage? I shook my head. There was no way I could remember such a trifling detail. I didn't even remember her original surname. Yuuko. Many children who had lost their families were taken in by the church. There were plenty of children who were younger than me, yet Yuuko was the only one to call me Oni-chan. I thought she was nothing more than a pampered girl. Though I tried to tell her off, she kept talking to me. It reminded me of her. It was her, not in appearance, but in her nature. The starry sky was the one constant in the world. That night, you couldn't see it. Oh, that's the fire. Smoke and flames burned everything into cinder. Nothing else was in my field of vision. Oh, jeez. I had to protect her, even from that sacrifice of my own aspirations. Yuuko and Mamiya always reminded me of her. That was why I needed Yuuko out of my life. Yuuko had grown to be a beautiful girl, as much as I hated to admit it. If the earthquake hadn't happened, she would have been as beautiful as Yuuko. Aww. Damn it! What were you thinking, Yurimura? You decided to throw away your past long ago. Everything was supposed to be left behind as ash. That night should have been forgotten. If Yuuko were to keep chasing me, I would have to dodge her advances, no matter how much she insisted. Osiri, red watch. That could mean a bunch of different things. And I feel like it's not gonna be good. I entered the classroom at the usual time. This time, however, there wasn't a bazaar at the back. The idiot in charge hadn't appeared yet. The idiot in charge. He's late as always. I muttered under my breath as I headed towards my seat. At least there'd be a moment of peace in the meantime. Hello? Who the fuck? I know something strange in my bag. What was this? Bruh. On the edge of my desk were some chicken scratches written in red ink. Kinda noticed this. There's no need to analyze the handwriting. Only one person I knew would write on the desk instead of a piece of paper. The messenger wasn't here. Oh well. It wasn't much of a deal, but confirmation would have been nice. Class was uneventful.
日村、今日もバイトか？
What else? Where's my job that allowed me to live by myself? Even though tuition was free, I still needed money for food and rent.
何時から？
I have other business before work. And even if I didn't, I still wouldn't want to hang out with you.
なんてつれないお言葉。俺たちはもうすぐ引き裂かれてしまう運命だというのに。
Oh, don't worry, buddy. We're never gonna be separated. We're gonna be together forever, I promise you. I've seen the future. We were never friends in the first place. I stood up.
ちょっと待った。
What?
ようってもしかして女？
Huh?
堅物の日村君にもとうとうステディが？だったら紹介してくれ。ついでにその子の友達を俺に紹介してくれ。
No, I don't trust you. Didn't he just end all of his relationships?
そうなんだよ。ここはボケずに真面目に。
You're right. It is about a girl. But it's her.
どうぞ行ってらっしゃいませ。
Dang. Poor Yuuko. Ryuichi immediately lost interest. Even he knew that the person I was about to see was a handful. He and her were similar in that way. Tick, 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 tick. The cicadas could be faintly heard from outside. Summer arrived earlier than usual. The temperature was noticeably increasing. Oh great, it's getting even hotter. That's fun. Ryuichi mentioned it a while back.
今年は猛暑らしいよ。くそ。例年以上に薄着になった女の子たちを堪能できないとは。
A heat wave? The fuck? Man, now I'm staying inside for the whole summer. What the fuck? Not going out in a heat wave. Don't care how skimpy the outfits are, right?
いっそのこと、留学なんて先延ばしにしようかな。
You're crazy, Shuichi. You're crazy. Room temperature was something to be happy about. I wasn't concerned with the second half of what Shuichi said. Bruh. I can't agree with you. I'm sorry, I just can't agree with you. Not on that. I heard that the warmer it gets, the more relaxed everyone becomes. However, I didn't have much extra time to relax. The art room. It was a place I tried to avoid at all costs. Hopefully Mr. Amamiya wasn't around. I opened the door and took one step inside. Oh.
意外と早かったな。
You're not Yuuko. Hello. Hey, Shuichi, you sure you don't want to come here? Or you get to see, a really skimpy outfit. It's called a birthday suit. Hello, who are you? Oh, dang, I gotta cover this up, too. Let's say.
悪いけど少し待っててもらえないか？霧のいいところまで描いてしまいたいから。
Okay. Instead of answering her, I rubbed my eyes. Maybe I was tired and seeing hallucination, but this was definitely reality. Nagi Hirono. This is Hiro's sister? I didn't think she was that old. I thought she was only like 2 or 3 years older than him. She's like Yu's and Yuuko's age. Wow. Huh. Like I just think she was like part of their generation. That's neat though. Again, that like everything is actually like really like connecting together really nicely. With everything we've like learned throughout the first 4 chapters. Like seeing Hiro's sister too, and then like of course all the stuff that's been going on with Yu and Yuuko, the church, the orphanage. Like I'm liking this a lot. But also, why are you naked? Nagi Hirono. Years ago, I wrote on my desk, and she was without a shred of clothing. Her skin was as white as snow, even in the tint of the golden summer. I saw her tender mounds, the beautiful curve of her spine, and below that, I shook my head and looked up. What are you doing?
うるさい。気が散るから大声を出すな。
Alright, sorry, man. Put on some clothes. Now. Oh, good job. Between you and Kuze, I have no idea what goes on in the minds of people who are into the arts.
クゼと一緒にされるのはあまり愉快ではないな。
After a short dispute, Nagi finally put on some clothes. Both of you act like idiots.
ん君は知らないかもしれないが、ラフデッサンは基本中の基本なんだぞ。
Go to a real art school if you want to do that. No one here is stupid enough to volunteer as a model. You shouldn't just act on impulse. I know she was a woman with some crazy artistic ambitions, but I didn't realize she was this messed up. Where'd she get that full-length mirror anyway?
自分を描くというのも基本だよ。いちいちモデルさんを呼ぶ手間が省けるし、鏡さえあれば中断と再開も容易だ。大抵の画家は自画像を描くものだしな。
Nagi,
ん
if you're going to do that, do so in the privacy of your home. Few people would visit this room at this time. I was heard that the art club is mostly composed of members on paper. Nagi was the only one who would actually show up. Dang, that sucks. However, the probability of someone seeing her is not entirely 0. Well, I mean, clearly not, because we just did. You wouldn't be embarrassed if someone saw you like that?
ユウは僕を何だと思ってるんだ。
Made a sour face. Nagi was confirmed to be female, but she referred to herself with the male pronoun, Boku. When I asked her about it, she said that the neutral pronoun, watashi, was 3 syllables, which according to her was too long. Hey, that's fair. It wasn't a well-understood reason. Is it bad that I understand that?
僕はこれでもお年頃の女の子だぞ。恋人でもない男に肌など見られたら舌を噛み切るよ。
I'm not your lover.
ただ、あの時の僕は一人の女の子ではなく、デッサンのモデルだ。恥ずかしがっていては話にならない。
Imagine if you actually ended up becoming Hiro's uncle. That'd be funny because they have similar personalities. I see. What Nagi said didn't seem to have any logic behind it. It was a rule that only she could understand whatever she herself said. What was it you wanted to see me about? Art room after school. That was a message written on my desk. The one who wrote it never showed her face in class. Nagi only showed up whenever she felt like it. Dang, I see. That doodle was yours, right?
今日は買い物に付き合ってもらおうと思って。
What if I don't want to go shopping? Again?
買い物はしなくちゃならない大切なことだ。
He smiled. Guess we're going shopping. Nagi Hirono, like Shuichi Kuze, had been in the same class as me ever since I entered the Otomakali Gate. Our student numbers were close together, so according to protocol, we sat as neighbors in class. Why we were still together was a question I couldn't answer.
これだけあればしばらく持つだろう。
That's good.
ああ、よかった。
Nagi was happy for bag crammed of art supplies. So, when will you finally be able to do this on your own?
僕に聞かれても困る。
I'm just asking. What did you want me to ask then?
むしろ一人で店に入って普通に買い物できる方が不思議だ。ユウ、君もそうだが、一体どうなってるんだ？
The fuck do you mean? That's not strange at all. Plenty of people do it. What are you talking about? The one who's strange is you. Not being able to shop alone at this age is not only unusual, but abnormal. Nagi was a little eccentric, so having few friends, the one who got sad with all this was usually me. Darn it, Shuichi. When it came to buying food, she forced her younger brother to accompany her to the supermarket. Rip hero.
そうだ。何か礼をしなくてはいけないな。
No, it's fine. Actually, I want her to promise to never shop for me again. That'd be better than anything she could give me. But of course I had to keep dreaming.
ああ、そうだ。いいことがある。
It probably wasn't.
例年、うちには山ほどお中元が送られてくるんだが。
You see, Naki's father was a renowned artist. He gives her tokens of adulation.
僕も父も弟も一家揃ってそういうものにはまるで興味がないからな。ある程度溜まったところで父がまとめて捨ててしまうんだよ。
What a waste.
そういうことだから今年もらった分は全部まとめてユウにあげよう。食べ物や日用品が多いから一人暮らしの君には役に立つはずだ。
Alright, you know what? I'll take it. Got food, so.
どうせ捨てるものだから君も遠慮なく受け取れるだろ。
No, I can't. The problem wasn't the story. I simply hated receiving anything for free. I was adamant about this. Okay, see, that's fair, but, like you, I get it, but we live alone. We have a part-time job at a restaurant. At least take the food. After I left the orphanage, I vowed to earn everything with my bare hands. I vowed to be preserved for my own benefit.
なるほど。君がそういうのなら仕方ない。
I would have at least taken the food, I'm just saying. I'll give it to tolerate my answer.
選別と称してクゼにでもくれてやろう。
You say so. After everything Shuichi did to reduce his luggage, oh, no point in intervening. At the very least, it would be an amusing sight. Lol.
もうこの辺でいいぞ。ありがとう。
No problem, Nagi. Sure. Set down the bags I was carrying. At least Nagi had a bit of a conscience. I thought I'd have to take her all the way home and risk being late for work.
それにしても今回はあっさり付き合ってくれたな。いつもはもっと文句タラタラなのに。
How about you appreciate what I just did instead of acting smart?
それはそうなんだが。なんだ？もしかして僕に下心でもあるのか？
What you trying to say? For all that type of person, I'd have done something to you in the art room. Dang.
なるほど、そういうものか。勉強になった。
Idiot. Nagi was pretty. However, I couldn't see her as a woman. But it wasn't just her. All of my life, I hardly had any interest in the opposite sex. Maybe it was better that way. Nagi?
Hmm?
What do you know about Mr. Amamiya?
雨宮先生？僕のような美形に興味を示さないと思ったら、そっちの趣味だったのか、君は。
But darn it. That's not it. You jumped to conclusions too quickly. Maybe your head was messed up.
しかし、ユウは雨宮先生から逃げ回ってたじゃないか。なんでまた急に興味を示す？
Just curious. Just answer my question. You wanted to thank me, so this is what I want. Nagi shifted one of the bags with her foot. You had to know something about him.
よくわからないな。
Useless. I was foolish to have hope.
そう言われても、あまり積極的に指導する先生でもないしな。僕は彼が描いた絵を見たことすらない。
He's an art teacher, but isn't Joel paint anything?
僕と同じで油絵が専門だと聞いたことはある。だけど、描かないことそのものは不思議でもなんでもない。教師の仕事は絵を描くことじゃなくて、描き方を教えることだしな。
I guess.
あえて一言で言うなら、変わった男。それくらいかな。
Oh. Well, that's not a good sign. Creepy. There's all the information I wanted. I already knew that.
それ以上知りたければ、それこそ美術部にでも入ればいい。
Now I'm worried about more things. I was already worried enough as it was. Nagi decided to turn around but stopped halfway. What? Aren't you going home?
君は誰かに恨みでも買ってるのか？
I might have provoked him accidentally. Huh?
さっきから気になってたんだ。放置しておいてもいいが、僕の買い物に付き合った帰りに君に何かあると、ちょっとだけ寝覚めが悪くなる。
Are you implying Mr. Amamiya is gonna come to my house and try and kill me or something? Doggy? What are you talking about? I looked around. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Oh, jeez. You! Oh.
なかなか鋭いですね、そちらの方。
Oh my goodness, it's just Yuuko. Yuuko, why are you hiding around the corner? A cheerful face popped out from behind one of the buildings.
この男も普段は決して鈍くないぞ。ただ、僕と肩を並べてるせいで少々舞い上がってるらしい。
This isn't the time to be making jokes. Yuuko.
日村先輩と仲がいいんですね。君はユウの知り合いか？あ、はい。私は音羽の1年で。ナギだ。2文字で呼びやすいだろ。
Nagi interrupted Yuuko and introduced herself.
そうですね。ナギさんですか。私は雨宮優子です。それじゃあ僕は帰る。
Nagi's sentences weren't connecting at all. Walked away for bags and tow. Hi, Nagi. Oh, hello, Nagi.
おっと、忘れてた。
You came right back.
これをユウにあげよう。
Oh, the sketchbook. She sat down in bags and pulled out a small sketchbook.
たくさん買ったので、おまけでくれたものだ。
Didn't you listen to what I just said earlier? I couldn't accept anything, even something this insignificant.
今僕の頭に面白い考えが浮かんでいる。
What was your idea? What?
今日の放課後、美術室で起こったことを客観的な視点から話してみるとどうなるだろうな。
Bye, Nagi. The door to the art room opened. A new girl was sitting on a chair. A lone man walked in. No one else was around. Is there a sandwich on the way? Thank you.
人の行為は素直に受け取るものだ。
Not exactly. It was the result of succumbing to evil intentions. Bye again, Nagi. Nagi then walked away. Finally. And now, I glared at the remaining girl. Yuuko. Right. Yuuko, man. Alright, so yeah, we have started Yuuko's route. Or the Yuuko chapter, however you want to call it. But yeah, it's already up to a really good start. Like, I'm loving this kind of like prequel route, basically. Getting to see more of Yuuko's and Yu's past. Because, of course, at the very start of the first hill, we saw a little bit of it. Like, we saw like glimpses of it. Now we get to see it in full, and I like it a lot. Of course, like I said before, Yuuko's great. She's one of my top favorites, so... Like, already before this, but now even more so. Again, though, like, her and Miyako have a lot in common, so... That's funny to me still. And I was saying that Yu also has quite a bit in common with Hiro, which is interesting. Yeah, we got to see younger Shuichi as well, and we got to like actually see Nagi. Again, I was surprised because I didn't think she was part of the same generation, but that's cool though. And yeah, apparently Yuko's adoptive brother is he has some creepy stuff going on, so now I'm worried about other things too. Well, that's concerning. But still, the most concerning thing is that somehow Yuuko died, and we don't know how. It wasn't because of a disaster, so... I don't know if she, like, gets sick or something else happened. Oh, no, is it... Does the brother do something? Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez, okay, well... Yeah, a lot going on, but very good. As engaging and immersive as always, and as fun as always as well. I'm just still also concerned, like always. So yep. But yeah, very good, very interesting. And I'm liking getting to see like the past of all these characters. It's been built up really well, so it's really nice to see it in full now.